Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Pastor Richmond and I'm thrilled to have you join me today for an exciting journey into the mysterious and often misunderstood world of apocryphal literature. Today we're going to dive deep into one of the most intriguing texts of this genre, the Book of Enoch. Before we begin, I want to thank you all for being here. Whether you're a long-time subscriber or this is your first time tuning in, I'm grateful for your presence. This topic has fascinated me for years, and I'm excited to share my research and insights with you. Now let's embark on this adventure together. We'll unravel the secrets of the Book of Enoch, explore its history, content, and significance, and along the way, we'll gain a broader understanding of apocryphal books in general. So grab a notebook, settle in, and let's begin our exploration of what is the Book of Enoch. What is the Book of Enoch? To truly understand the Book of Enoch, we need to start with some context. So let's begin by defining what we mean by apocryphal books. The term apocrypha comes from the Greek word apokryphos, which means hidden or secret. In religious contexts, apocryphal books are texts that are not included in the standard canon of Scripture for various reasons. These books often have uncertain authorship, questionable origin, or content that doesn't align with established doctrinal beliefs. It's important to note that different religious traditions have different views on what constitutes apocryphal literature. For instance, some books considered apocryphal by Protestant Christians are accepted as deuterocanonical secondary canon by Catholic and Orthodox Christians. The Book of Enoch falls into this category of apocryphal literature. It's not included in the standard biblical canon of most Christian denominations, but it has had a significant impact on Jewish and Christian thought throughout history. Now that we have this context, let's dive into the Book of Enoch itself. The Book of Enoch, also known as First Enoch, is an ancient Jewish religious work attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah. According to the biblical book of Genesis, Enoch was a man who walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. This cryptic statement has led to much speculation and fascination with Enoch throughout history. The Book of Enoch expands on Enoch's character and presents a series of revelations that Enoch allegedly received. It's important to understand that the Book of Enoch isn't a single cohesive work, but rather a collection of texts written over several centuries, possibly between 300 BC and 100 AD. The book is divided into 5 main sections: the Book of the Watchers, chapters 1 to 36, the Book of Parables, chapters 37 to 71, the Book of Astronomical Writings, chapters 72-82, the Book of Dream Visions, chapters 83 to 90, the Epistle of Enoch, chapters 91-108. Let's take a closer look at each of these sections. The Book of the Watchers is perhaps the most well-known part of the Book of Enoch. It tells the story of the Watchers, angelic beings who rebelled against God by mating with human women. This union supposedly produced a race of giants called the Nephilim. The narrative goes on to describe how this led to increased wickedness on earth, ultimately resulting in the Great Flood. This section also includes Enoch's journeys through earth and heaven, where he receives various revelations about the nature of the cosmos and divine judgment. The Book of Parables, also known as the Similitudes of Enoch, is notable for its messianic themes. It describes visions of heaven and features the Son of Man, a messianic figure who will judge humanity. This section has been of particular interest to scholars due to its potential connections to early Christian beliefs about Jesus. The Book of Astronomical Writings presents a unique understanding of celestial phenomena. It describes a solar calendar and provides detailed information about the movements of heavenly bodies. This section demonstrates the ancient Jewish interest in astronomy and its religious significance. The Book of Dream Visions contains 2 visions allegedly experienced by Enoch. The first is about the flood, and the second is an allegorical history of Israel, represented as animals. This apocalyptic vision spans from the creation to the establishment of the Messianic kingdom. Finally, the Epistle of Enoch offers moral instruction and prophecies about the fate of sinners and the righteous. It includes the famous Apocalypse of Weeks, which divides history into 10 weeks or eras. Now, you might be wondering, if this book is so interesting and full of dramatic stories, why isn't it in our Bibles? That's an excellent question, and to answer it, we need to look at the history and reception of the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch was widely known and read in ancient Judaism and early Christianity. In fact, it's quoted in the New Testament book of Jude, which has led some to argue for its canonicity. However, as the canon of Scripture began to be formalized, the Book of Enoch was ultimately excluded from most traditions. There are several reasons for this. 1. Uncertain authorship. While attributed to Enoch, the book was clearly written much later than the time of the biblical Enoch. 2. Late composition. Most of the Book of Enoch was likely written during the intertestamental period, after the Old Testament but before the New Testament. 3. Questionable theology. Some of the book's teachings, particularly about angels, were seen as inconsistent with mainstream Jewish and Christian doctrine. 4. Limited circulation. The complete text was lost to Western Christianity for centuries and was only rediscovered in Ethiopia in the 18th century. Despite its exclusion from the canon, the Book of Enoch has continued to fascinate scholars and believers alike. It provides valuable insights into Jewish thought during the Second Temple period and has influenced various religious and esoteric traditions throughout history. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church is unique in that it includes the Book of Enoch in its biblical canon. This is why the most complete version of the book survived in the Ge'ez language in Ethiopia. Now, you might be wondering, what relevance does the Book of Enoch have for us today? That's a great question, and I believe there are several reasons why studying this text can be valuable. 1. Historical insight. The Book of Enoch provides a window into the religious and cultural context of Judaism around the time of Jesus. It helps us understand the worldview and beliefs that shaped early Christianity. 2. Literary influence. Themes and imagery from the Book of Enoch have influenced literature, art, and popular culture for centuries. Understanding these references can enrich our appreciation of various cultural works. 3. Theological reflection. While we may not accept all its teachings, the Book of Enoch raises intriguing questions about the nature of good and evil, divine judgment, and the spiritual realm. Engaging with these ideas can deepen our own theological reflections. 4. Comparative religious studies. The Book of Enoch serves as an excellent case study in how religious texts are transmitted, interpreted, and canonized or not over time. As we wrap up our exploration of the Book of Enoch, I want to emphasize that while this text is fascinating and historically significant, it's important to approach it critically and in context. It's not considered scripture by most Christian traditions, but it remains a valuable piece of ancient literature that can enhance our understanding of biblical times and themes. I encourage you to continue exploring this topic. Read the Book of Enoch for yourself if you're interested. Compare it with canonical scriptures. Engage in respectful discussions about its content and significance. The journey of discovery is ongoing, and there's always more to learn. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the Book of Enoch and apocryphal literature. I hope you found it as fascinating as I do. If you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who might be interested. Until next time, this is Pastor Richmond, wishing you all the best on your journey of faith and discovery. God bless.